Okay, so this is what I want you to submit today. There's a lot going on here, so make sure you're listening. The first thing is that I want to have some kind of shape. It can be a triangle, it can be a polygon, I don't care. It needs to be reflected over lines that are not perpendicular. Okay, so it reflects over here, then I reflected it again. That's where these two reflections come in. Then there's going to be a rotation. You want to click the original. I would click the dots as well, and you want to rotate it. And that's the whole point is we're trying to see that one rotation is the same as two reflections. Okay. I also want you to mark, get it to measure that the angle is only half of the acute angle between the lines is only half of the entire angle of rotation. And then I also want you to mark that the 5.5 segments are congruent and they are half of the whole segment. I realize that should say 11, but I think that these are not actually 5.5. They just got rounded to 5.5. I need to see all of this for full credit, and I'm going to walk you through how to do it. So basically, the easiest way is to go to Desmos Geometry, and you definitely want to make sure that you are signed in and your name's in the top right corner. Notice that should be there as well in your final answer. So let's say we drew a polygon. If you want to pause the video and just do it as I'm doing it, that's totally fine with me. Got my polygon. That's a point. Got my non-perpendicular lines. If you mess up, you can just press select and you can shift them up and down, stuff like that to help you out. Okay, now I got to transform it. I've got to reflect it, choose my line, choose my shape, reflect. Now, I'm a tryhard and I want to fix this line, so I'm going to pull it down some. And I might need to make my shape a little smaller, but that's okay. Now I want to reflect it again. Choose my line, choose my shape, reflect. It's facing down, and that's really going to annoy me, so I'm going to mess with this shape some and try to get it to come back to visible. Okay. So what I didn't do well was I didn't click all of the points. Um, so I would have actually pressed the shift key and done all these points as well and reflected them and then clicked all of those points. Just notice if I don't press the shift key, it doesn't work. So press shift, click all the points, and then reflect those. So now I have to show, okay, is this a legit rotation? So I press rotation, choose the center point. We want to do those intersections. And you want to select the objects. Remember, we want to press that shape and hold down shift and get all the vertices with it. If I just do 90 degrees, that's not good enough. So I would have to make it like, let's try 180. Not good enough. Let's try 200. Closer. 205. Closer. 207. Closer. 208. Try 09. 210. 209. Something like that. What we're shooting for. 208. Sure. Let's stop there. So this would be more points. And now I said we need our angle. So we go back to construct, click the angle, and pick the same vertices. So make sure, let's do the acute angle first. So choose a point, choose a vertex, choose a point, 76. Now let's see. I'm going to pick the point up here, point, 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 152. Is 76 times 2 152? I think it is. That's how you get those points. Now your last way that you need to get your points are to make a segment to the center, and we want to measure that segment. So if you press select, click on the segment, scroll down to length and add the label, gives me that. Length, add the label, those are the same. Then the last thing is to connect the dots right there, and that should be 4.9 times 2, which it's a little bit off because of rounding, but you get the gist of it. That's how you get your full credit right there. Make sure your screenshot, you snip it. You're gonna want to get your name in there as well. And I actually want the transform. Make sure the transform is in there too. Okay. Good luck.